How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody is well. We are down here in Florida. It's a little chilly. It's 45 degrees in Florida right now. And just kind of wanted to update you guys on some stuff and see where you're at, see how you're doing. But yeah, so I'm out at a property right now. I just pulled into it, and a wholesaler of mine sent me this lead yesterday. He just put it under contract. I met him a couple days ago at another property we just flipped together. He sold me the deal, and we did the renovation. We just finished it. I think there was $97,000 profit in the deal once it was said and done. So hey guys, post your names below. I'll say hi to you. I just want to make sure I say hi and meet all you guys. If you have questions, post them below. But yeah, I'm out looking at a couple apartment complexes today, a couple duplexes, quads today, and I have a bunch of houses I'm looking at today. So I'm going to take you guys with me, and we're going to have some fun. I'll keep popping up live every so often, and you guys jump on and see what I'm doing. And basically, this is the life and the day of a flipper. I'm out here, I'm looking at properties. I've already researched them the night before. Guys, a lot of flippers, they make a mistake by not researching the properties before they come drive them, and they go drive them and the property that makes sense to begin with. So I want to encourage you guys today. Here at Flippin Experts, we always teach, we always train our people. Hey, go and do the numbers first. Make sure the numbers make sense, because if the numbers don't make sense, nothing else matters, right? If you can't make money, why would you do it? No one's that hard up for a deal that they're going to do the whole deal, all this time, all this energy and this work, and never make a dollar. Like, it's not worth it. So I think I'm looking at 3 apartment complex deals today, 5 or 6 houses, as well as a couple wholesale deals. And man, you guys are great today. We're gonna get going. So just pulled up to one. It's in a really good neighborhood. Obviously, that's what we look for. We don't buy anything in, I call them the D and F areas. I rank real estate A through F. A being like super expensive, super nice, maybe only 5-10% of people live there, maybe even less. And then you have, to me, the B and C class area, which are kind of what I buy in, you know, 100 grand up to 400 or 500 grand. That's kind of my sweet spot. And then you have other people that buy in high crime areas, low income areas, HUD areas, and that's just not my cup of tea. Okay, other people do it. I have a great friend of mine. They go out there and they crush it in those areas. They do great. They don't mind it. They see it as, hey, I'm serving someone today. I'm helping someone today. I'm helping them get a loan. I'm helping them get pre-qualified. I'm helping them through their bad credit scores. And that's kind of their ministry in their heart, what they feel like they were put on this earth to do. And at the same time, they get to sell these people houses. So it's awesome. So how do you look for comps in rural areas? Great question. I deal a lot in rural areas, guys. I'm in Tallahassee, Florida, which is the capital of Florida. And then there's multiple rural counties around the area. But I actually find about 50-50 of my deals in rural areas. And why are they a good deal? Well, because a lot of people aren't looking there. People are like, how do you do so much volume? How do you do so many houses? How do you have so many crews going? And I basically say, hey, you have to expand your area, your territory. Some people are just focused in one city, one area, one part of town. And that's great if it's keeping you busy, right? That's great. But if it's not keeping you busy and you're struggling to find a deal and there's so much competition, you have to spread it out. You have to look other places. You have to expand your territory and actually look in other areas. So how do you do comps there? Okay, it's a lot harder. So understand you might be a little bit more risk. So when it comes to more risk, I want more reward, okay? Rural areas where, I mean, we do farmhouses on 10 acres. We did a farmhouse on 43 acres. We did all kind of 5-acre lots, 5-acre this, and you don't have them in big cities. You just have to do the best you can with your comps. Your comps might not be in the last 6 months. It might be in the last year, okay? Your comps might not be 300 to 400 square foot similar to yours, but there's no other option. Maybe you're 500-600 square foot difference. Okay, you just have to make those adjustments. You have to get out there as much as you possibly can and see what's sold, compare it. Does it actually look like mine? Does it have the same acreage as mine, right? Rural areas, be looking at that lot size, because if it's 3 acres versus in the city you're buying a 1/4 acre, there's some value in those acreage, okay? Whether it's wooded is cheaper, or if it's like cleared land or pasture land, that's a lot more expensive, almost double where I live. So expand your territory when it comes to running comps in these rural areas. Expand your square footage. Talk to a couple local realtors. If you're not familiar with that rural area, maybe you're in the city and you're trying to expand to a rural area, get their expectations, get their ideas, get their thoughts behind, hey, what will this go for? 200,000. Why? Show me proof. Send me a CMA, and maybe they pushed it out 2 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, because that's the closest comp. It is what it is, guys. We bought a foreclosure on 43 acres for $173,000. No comps around for that. None. 43 acres, beautiful 4-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,900 square foot. Nothing around it, nothing. But we knew that home was worth 200 grand itself. Okay, the way the home was laid out was beautiful. It was great shape. We knew the house was worth at least that. So then we looked at land and we said, hey, what's land going for in here? Half of it was cleared, half it wasn't cleared. It was just, regular trees and thick brush and stuff. So we said, okay, in this area, in this rural county, what is that land worth cleared? And it turned out to be about $6,000 an acre. Okay. And then we said, what's it worth when it's wooded? It was dry. It was nice. Be careful of that too. Don't buy wetlands. Okay. Look up a wetland map. Check that out. And we ended up buying it. So we figured out the land value, right? It was $6,000 for cleared. 20 of acres was cleared. That's $140K. And then we took 2 to 3 acres. We always err on the side of caution. So we said $2,500 for land that wasn't cleared. And we did our math that way. Okay. There's no comp out there that matched that. Even when we did our appraisal, the appraiser came out and they're like, we really can't find that much. And they're asking us for information, right? And we're like, hey, here's how we got here. Here's what we're looking at. And we worked with that appraiser, and she said, hey, I was able to find this and this, and I can see where you're at the $400,000 mark for selling it, and gave us the appraisal for $400,000. Guys, it's more riskier in rural areas, and I mean like rural. Now, if it's just more countryside and there's a little developments in neighborhoods, you should be able to get comps from there. So we're at a flip right now, guys. A wholesaler just sent it to me. Literally, he got it under contract yesterday. I'm the first one here. It's first thing in the morning in Florida. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I've already been to a couple other properties, but I want to walk you guys through this, if that's cool, and let you see what's actually going on and what I see when I first go to buy a house. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through this house. Stay with me. I'll answer some questions at the end as well. Okay. So let's bounce. Let me get my truck turned off and we're going to go check this thing out. So the first thing I looked at when I'm coming in is I look at the neighborhood. Okay. Is the neighborhood nice? Is it safe? Does it fit my criteria of B and C class? And I'm going to show you some of these houses behind me. So single story houses. There's actually a water back here, a big old pond, lake, whatever. Okay. So it's a nice neighborhood. Okay. This is an area in Tallahassee that's probably one of the top 2 or 3 pristine areas to live. So that's huge for me because that means people want to be here. It's actually rated the best schools in Tallahassee too. So a lot of families move here just to get in these schools. Boom, right? Now my sales are going up. I have some demand, but I pull up to the house and this is what I'm seeing. Okay. I literally just got here a few minutes ago and the house is like covered. Okay, I can barely even see the house. So that's okay though. That lets me know that other people aren't seeing it either, right? Now I pulled up in the driveway and this is what I see. Sitting in the driveway. Trash everywhere. Okay? I can't even see the rest of the house. The rest of the house is right there. But hey guys, a couple indicators. Hey, there's trash outside. What does that mean? Is that a good thing or bad thing? It can be one or the other. You won't know until you get inside. It can mean they started cleaning the house out, or it can mean they were slobs and threw everything outside, and probably that inside's just as bad, right? They just were lazy, whatever. So come to find out, I talked to my guy a few minutes ago this morning, and he says, hey, Paul, Mom and dad died. Sister took over the house through probate and wants to dump it. She can't afford it. She can't pay the note. It's getting ready to go into foreclosure. And she doesn't live here. I'm like, ooh, those are all great indicators for me to sell it. So what should your first question be? Anybody? What's your first question when somebody says all that? Okay, for me, I say, well, what do they owe on the property? Because what if this house is actually worth about 260, 270. What if they say the loan's 200? Doesn't make sense, right? So I'm like, well, if they owe 200 and it needs this much rehab, it's not going to make sense for me to buy it. So I found out what that number was. I was like, okay, I can work with that. It's where we can start, right? I said, okay, let's take a look at it. So this is the house. It's brick, which is nice. I can already see the roof is bad. I can see some rotten wood up here. And you can see right there where water might be protruding up in the house. So we're gonna check this out. I'm gonna go to the inside first, do my walk around, and then go from there. I can see the garage door right here. Look down here. The garage door's not closed. So I need to check and see if it's broken or if it's just not closed, and it will close because that can be a couple $1,000s. So this is the house, guys. I just want to show it to you. There's the brick that you couldn't see. It was hidden by all these trees. Okay, so the brick's nice, right? Brick's nice. It's all this T111, all this old plywood that you have to kind of keep an eye out in these old houses. So, the first thing I notice when I walk in the house is the smell. Mold, mildew, okay? Guys, those are huge indicators you could have a deeper problem. You could have some problems behind some drywall. The roof could have been leaking. It could have been an appliance leak. It could have been whatever. But so this is the inside of the house. And I mean, guys, this thing is, somebody said, I need junk removal. Yes, I'll have, if I was to buy something like this, I would literally roll up with about 3 to 4 dumpsters back to back and pack them in the driveway and hire a crew of 2 or 3 guys to come out, and they would gut this whole house and just fill up those dumpsters and have it out within a day or two. So yes, junk removal. I know there's also companies out there that will come do all this for you. I just know for me, I can get it done cheaper with my guys and they don't mind. So, little step down here. I'm not a big fan of step downs. So we're in here, guys, look at this thing. Okay, so some of the first things I'm seeing is mold. Okay, mold all on these walls. Underneath this window. You guys see that? Look under that window. Okay, that means this window's leaking. Not good. Wow, look at all this. See underneath all this? Look at this. Yep. So basically it's telling me the windows are bad, the seal is bad, these older windows need to be replaced anyway. But that's telling me water is coming in underneath here and destroying that wood underneath here. Oh, man. Well, look at all this mold down here. Okay. This is the kitchen. It looks like they ripped cabinet doors off. Yes. Mommy boss hustler. Hustle. I'm sorry. Yes, definitely a mold issue throughout the entire house. Like if it was just in one area, like behind a sink, somewhere like that, then I could say, okay, it was probably just a leak. But I mean, this is throughout all the walls. I see they have some stuff for the pool here, and we're gonna take a look at that in a few minutes. But yeah, I mean, this is terrible. Look at that. That's just mold growing. So, not a good indicator right off the bat. Now, guys, don't get freaked out. I mean, I hate mold, but don't get freaked out and be like, oh, deal's off. You don't even know what the number is at yet. You can get a mold remediation company in here to clean all this up for you. So well, I shouldn't say nothing's ever off the table. Some stuff are off the table. See these windows up here? I don't know if you can see too well, but There's moisture on all the windows and on the windowsills, so that lets me know that it's time to change out these windows. Okay, so now I'm going in this area. I mean, look at the mold just growing on this door. Okay, I'm afraid to kind of go in here. You guys can't even see it. Oh, guys, this garage is packed almost to the ceiling with crap, trash everywhere. Oh my word. Okay, that alone's probably 3 dumpsters. Bedrooms. Okay, guys, I'm also looking for, this has some trash in it, some bed stuff in it. Nothing too bad in this bedroom. Wallpaper has to get ripped off, and that's not bad. It's better than paneling. At least there's going to be drywall behind it. I don't see any roof leaks. So guys, what I'm doing is I'm looking from the ceiling to the floor everywhere. Okay, I'm opening every single door. I'm looking through every single thing. And I'm just going every single room. I'm opening up every closet. Okay, I'm looking at the size of the closet. This closet's very good for this size house. Bedroom's really good. It says 14 by 12. Great size. Again, wallpaper, not a big deal. Rip that off. I don't see any leaks on the ceiling. I'm not seeing any cracked flooring. Okay. These concrete slabs, he already ripped these floors out. It's letting me see the flooring underneath it, right? The subfloor. If the concrete floor is cracked, I might have a settlement issue, a foundation issue, something like that. I'm in the next bedroom. Not bad. And now I'm in the bathroom. Bathroom, old porcelain tile, what do you have to get ripped out? Tub's really dirty, nasty. Guys, you'd be surprised how easy it is to clean this stuff up. Wallpaper, little private bathroom, toilet room. Vanities, only a single, I don't like that. In a master, I really like there to be doubles, but it depends on the age of the house, and some of them just weren't created with that much space. There is another bathroom over here I didn't go into because I don't have a light with me without being on my phone. But this one has a bunch of debris and stuff in it as well. Looks like the people were handicapped and had some handicap stuff in there. Guys, put your name in this. I want to say hi to you. Shoot me your name. Shoot me some questions. I'll stop every once in a while and see if I can answer some questions. So I just opened the sliding glass door, and I'm going to go out here, and there's a pool. I'm excited about there's a pool because I can probably get another $10,000 for the house with a pool in it, especially in Florida because it's so hot out. And the master has double doors that lead out to the pool area. So I'm just going to give you guys a good roundabout shot of this backyard. So the backyard, man, you can just see how overgrown this is. I mean, it's as tall as my head. So 5'10". Okay, 5'10" and looking good. You guys can post that. Paul, you were looking good today. Florida, I hardly ever wear a jacket, but it's 40 some degrees today. I'm wearing a jacket. The pool looks great. Okay, I haven't even shown you the pool. You guys are good. Okay, so look at all this debris back here. All this debris has to get cleaned up. This is the backyard. All this just needs to go. All of this. Cut it all out. 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 Okay, open this backyard up. Give it some space. Give it some breathing room, especially with a pool. So here's the pool. Yes, property has a lot of potential. I'm going to call you Mommy Boss. I'm just going to call you Mommy Boss. Pool has tons of potential. Guys, the pool has water in it. Great indicator, okay? I love when a pool has water in it because it lets me know maybe the liner's not bad. The pool just probably needs to be cleaned out. It's not 100%, but it usually is a good indicator for me. Obviously, there's no power on at this house. So it's hard for me to test pool pumps and all that kind of stuff. So normally on my rehab numbers, I'll just put a number on it for the pool area, maybe $5,000. That way, if something does go wrong, I'm covered. And if there's nothing wrong with it, and I just got to get it cleaned up and chlorinate it and bomb and all that crap and clean everything out, and maybe it's only $2,000, I just made an extra $3,000. Okay? So I'm gonna keep walking around, but guys, just see all this trash. I mean, it's just trash, 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 trash. Terrible. Okay? So you want to look over here. You can see this is actually all brick now, but it stops and we transition to wood for the back. Okay, this old T111 stuff, guys, it's terrible. I hate it. I usually rip it off every house and I replace it with hardy board or something like that. It just doesn't rot that much. It makes the house look cleaner. Roof is definitely bad. Look at all the soffit. It's got to all be replaced. It's just all weathered. And it looks like, let me just go over here and see if I can show you. See the edges of this roof line, how it's all cracked. Number one, it's overhanging too much. It shouldn't overhang that much, but see all this old wood down here? All this old wood's rotten. See how all this is discolored and wet? All this is wet right here. That's telling me, look at all this moisture. I'm gonna show you this. Can you guys see all that sod and moss and all that in there? Okay, that's moisture is allowing that stuff to grow. So anytime you have all this kind of moisture on wood, you have to be careful because it might just not be replace the wood. Look at all this down here. I mean, water's just dripping off this thing. You have to think about what is behind the wood. You rip this off and maybe they don't have a weatherproofing behind this. Now you're in a lot of trouble, okay? So this is the chimney right here. You can see it's all weathered. It's all buckled out. Wow. Around chimneys are usually some of our biggest problems. And you can actually see right here. Let me see if I can point to it. Yeah. Where is it? Right there. There's a big old hump where it's holding water against the chimney. That's probably why we're seeing a little bit of water in by the chimney. Let's keep going around. All this. It looks like they already replaced this T111 at the bottom once before because it was rotted out. All this rotten wood here is terrible for a house. It all needs to be cleaned up. Guys, be watching for snakes too, man, when you go through a backyard like this. I mean, they're all over the place. I wear these snake boots. Boom, snake boots protect me. Okay. Look at all this. Shed's just full of debris, full of trash. Spider web got me. Okay. Look at all this rot. All this is rotten. Okay, guys, so don't let this stuff discourage you. The whole reason I am showing you this video today is because I don't want you to get discouraged. Here, I'm telling you, I get more excited when I see stuff like this because nobody else wants it. Nobody else doesn't have the skills or the renovation team to do it. I do. I can come in and get this thing done in 3 to 4 weeks, okay? Other people, they get scared. They're like, oh my gosh, this is too much. Like, there's no way, blah, blah, blah. And they make excuses. And I'm like, the opportunity has just been handed to you of a lifetime. I need an AC. I need a brand new roof. I'm ripping the whole inside out. I love it when I rip the whole inside out and start from fresh because to me, it's actually easier than trying to patch stuff and fix stuff. I'm like, guys, go in and gut everything down to the studs. I'm going to bring a drywall crew in. They'll have it done in a day, probably a day. They can have it all hung and then come back and texture it. If I'm gonna texture it in another 5 hours, the whole house. And we're not worried about overspray. We're not worried about this because if I'm replacing windows and if I'm replacing, and if everything's out of the house, we can just go to town like it's a new construction property and make this thing beautiful. So don't get discouraged about this stuff, guys. It's just a matter of doing the numbers right. So like I'm looking at rehab, guys, and I have a rehab sheet. It's a 2-page rehab sheet. You guys need to go to Flippin Experts, leave the G off, flippinexperts.com, and go see some of the products I have on there. One of them is a renovation sheet that you guys can download it and use it for every single house. It's a PDF. You guys can change numbers on it. But basically, it walks you through an entire rehab. It makes you put numbers down. It lets you see exactly what your rehab is going to cost. So you're not like caught going, oh, I forgot about the AC. Oh, I forgot about putting my roof number on. Oh, I forgot about flooring numbers. I would say this rehab's probably about $75K, maybe 80. I'm going to go to my truck. I'm going to do my numbers. It takes me about 10 minutes to do my numbers to get my rehab number. And then I figure out how much money do I need to make, what's closing cost, what's 3% for a realtor to sell it for me. And I figure all my numbers out, and then I know what my max offer is. And I don't give them my max offer. Let's say my max offer on this is 150. I'm going to go in at like 120. Might even less. It depends on the situation. It depends what they owe and all that. But if I go in at 120 and let's say we agree at 130, but my number was like 150, I just made an extra 20K profit on top of what I wanted to make. So don't get discouraged by this. Let me see if I have any questions. What about wetlands? I don't have wetlands on this property. There is water across the street. I've already pulled up my map. This property does not sit anywhere in the wetland zone. You guys can check that. But definitely, if it looks like it might be in a wetland area, pull up your wetland map. Make sure your property's not sitting in it, because that'll actually turn off some people when they go to buy this, when it's all finished and beautiful, because their insurance goes up. So, yes, snake boots. Exactly, right? Property has potential. Yes, it does. Sir, I am editing work. I don't know what that means. But, hey, I'm glad you're working, right? This thing looks like it is a mold haven. It is. We'll have to get a mold remediation company in here. I'm seeing a lot of it is really nowhere back in the bedrooms am I seeing it. It doesn't mean it's not here. I'm just saying I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing it about to here, and then in the main living area. So yes, definitely have to get this whole thing treated. But once all the drywall's ripped off the walls, it'll actually let us see a lot more than what we're actually seeing right now, because with drywall up, it's very hard to see that stuff. So any other questions, you guys hit it below. Make sure you're checking us out on all of our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Our website, let me give it to you one more time. Our website is Flippin, 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 leave the G off, experts at flippinexperts.com. Yeah, I was thinking about my email address. It's already been a long day. So it looks like it needs a deep clean. Guys, it needs more than a deep clean. I'm going to tear this thing up. Peroxide will kill mold. Okay, that's your call, okay? If I see mold when I go to sell this, I have to disclose that in my renovation, right? So my seller's disclosure, hey, what problems, whatever, I have to say, hey, there's mold in the house when I got the house, okay? Now, most homeowners aren't going to want to buy the property unless they know it's been fixed by a professional, okay? And there's some type of warranty, there's some type of professional behind it. So while peroxide, some people say chlorine, some people say bleach, kills mold, I'm not a mold expert. So if I'm going to put my name on a piece of paper saying there's no mold in this house, I want it to be done by a professional. That way I give the new homeowner peace of mind, and they're like, okay, I know it's fixed, and if it comes back, I can call somebody to handle it. So someone says, yes, a guarantee to keep mold out. Beautiful, that's right. So do it right, be a professional, obviously. Get the right people involved with this, guys, but don't let a rehab like this scare you. Because if this thing's worth $260, $270, and I can pick it up for $120, $130, I mean, we can do this, right? Hey guys, stay tuned today. I'm out and about crushing it. I got some apartment complexes to look at. I have multiple other houses to go look at. I got my GCs and my subs out. My superintendent, I'm gonna go meet for lunch, doing some stuff. But if we can help you in any way, click the link, tell us what you need, hit us up on social media, DM us, PM us, email us, whatever. Our website, flippinexperts.com. We love y'all, and we will see you soon. Thank you guys so much.